Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning on the Night Watch Zone. What's going on? Hopefully, you guys are doing well, and I'm ready to rock. Got the coffee, got the donuts. You guys know the drill. We've been doing this for a few episodes, so let's see who we have in the chat, and let's get this thing going. All right, got Austin. What's up, Austin? Good morning, Night. What's good, bro? Not much, man. Just up and about and ready to talk to you guys and see what's going on. Jen is in the chat saying good morning. Jen, every time you say that, I almost think I can hear you, especially when you say like good morning, night. Ah, what's up, Lordron? What's going on? How long have you stalled Camp Crystal Lake? Not long enough. Not long enough. Jen saying, just waking up after a watch party. All right. There you go. Michael, James, Jude, Courtney style. What's going on, Keith? How you doing? Bluck is in the chat. All right. Val, what's up, Val? Good morning to you too. Carrie, what is going on? How you doing? The coffee was taking longer than usual. No. Well, not really anyways. Miss Carter's in the chat too. What's going on, Miss Carter? How you doing? All right. Looks like we got everyone here. Austin saying, Carrie, I was just binging your videos when I woke up. Yeah, Carrie's got some good videos, man. You guys should check her out. Very good stuff. There he is. Well, there he is. Monty, what's up, man? Nice to see you. And Monty had a great live stream last night with the fantastic Deborah Voorhees. Great job, man. That was really, really cool. I came in, I don't know, in the last third of it, but very, very cool. Keith, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. I think I got everyone here. All right. Oh, smells like Team Horror. All right. Good morning and God bless everyone's day. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Wow, I got to catch up with you guys. Harley's in the chat. What's up? What's up? Thanks so much for that really cool comment on my latest video. Thank you so much. Miss Carter saying, Night, have you ever been a radio DJ? You certainly have a great voice for smooth voice for radio. Nothing ever seems to bother you or excite you. No, I've never been a radio DJ. I did do music, but that's another story, and that was a long time ago. So, but I will say this, and Miss Carter, you know this. I definitely get going if we're talking about certain things in Friday the 13th, and especially some of the debates that we've had on the Lethal Collective when we've talked about Halloween Kills and whether or not it was a good movie. My buddy Fate decided. Yeah, I got excited in those debates. Those were for fun. Those were for fun. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Harley saying, "You're so welcome." Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. And Carrie, as usual, taking care of everyone else. After you have a sip of your coffee, don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't yet, do subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Carrie. You are very, very awesome. You really, really are. Let's see. All right. So, anyways, guys, you know how this works. Definitely throw out any questions you may have, and I will try to answer them or try to answer as many of them as I can. I also have a couple of topics on my mind that I would throw up. And I also have, if you've been keeping track of things on my community post, we've had a few different polls where I wanted to get an idea on what people thought of certain movies and franchises and so forth. So we'll get into that too in just a little bit. All right, let's see. And Carrie saying thank you. That's what I do. You're all right. Sean's in the chat. What's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right. Miss Carter, if you ever decide to change careers, I think you'd have a great career as a DJ. Thanks so much. uh, you never know. You never know. I never thought I'd be doing YouTube, so you never ever know. Toronto Freddy in the chat. What's up? Asking, are you excited for the Batman on HBO Max this Monday? Man, the Batman was so good. Oh, I had so much fun with that movie. It was good. It was good, good, good. I couldn't believe that they were able to do what they did with the movie. I mean, they really brought it back to the roots of the comic book, in my opinion. It was a very good job. So I'm definitely excited. Let's see. Austin saying, Knight, you need to do audiobooks with that voice of yours. You guys, thank you so much. That's very sweet of all of you. Let's see. We got a couple questions here too. Let me start jumping into these because I know I might fall behind. And if I do, guys, don't take it personally. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. Amstel, Michael versus Jason, who wins? Oh, man. That's a tough one. First of all, let me also ask this to you guys in the live chat. Who do you think will win? Now, here's my answer, and I know it's going to seem like a little bit of a cop-out. It depends on which Jason we're talking about, okay? In general, I think Jason's going to win because Jason can't be killed. And I know some people are saying, well, Michael can't either, theoretically, at least as far as what we've seen, especially in this new trilogy, or the first two movies of the trilogy. But Michael is supposed to be a man, right at that upper level of man, almost verging on supernatural. But we know Jason is, at least from part 6 on out. So that's my answer. That's a long-winded answer. I know that. I mean, you guys know I'm a Jason guy, I love Michael Myers too, but Jason's my number one. So hopefully that answered it in a way that you don't mind. Austin asking, have I seen the Creep movies on Netflix? I have not, but they are on my watch list. I've heard some really good things, so definitely going to be checking them out soon. Were you a fan of them, Austin? Let me know. Keith saying, what do you think the box office for Halloween Ends will be? Kills close to 132, with Day and Date hurting kills a bit last year on Peacock. Yeah, I mean, the Day and Date did hurt kills. I'll be honest with you. I was really impressed that they even got to 132 because at that point in the pandemic, myself, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see the movie in the theater. I didn't know if I was going to get the opportunity nor have enough courage to do it. So, I give it credit for getting to where it got. If I was to guess, I'm thinking that Ends is going to do better. Because usually, the end of the trilogy does better than the middle part. So I think it's going to do better. I don't know exactly where though. I think in the next month we'll get a better idea because supposedly we're going to get hopefully the trailer and so forth. There's a lot of excitement for it, so it would not surprise me if it does better than Kills. And I'm talking like 180, 200, something like that. So, but it's going to be interesting to see for sure. It's going to be very interesting. Let's see. Let me catch back up to the chat. Wow, you guys are going. Wow. I know I'm going to be behind, but that's okay. Sean saying, I understand you do editing. Have you ever worked on a horror film? If no, do you want to? I would love to. I mean, and I don't have any special editing skills by any means, just something that I've enjoyed doing on my, on my own for YouTube and so forth. But man, that would be great. I'd love to do that one day. I'm definitely not, what's the word? I don't know if I'd be gifted enough to do that, but everyone learns. That's one thing that I have learned through my own YouTube journey. If you really want to be good at something, you work at it and you take the opportunity to learn whenever you can. And fortunately, I've learned a few tricks. So thank you. Blanca saying Michael wins the early fight, but Jason wins the long fight. Yeah, I see it like that too. That is a good way to word it. Keith's like Michael Audrey Myers. Yeah, man. Carrie saying there's an epic fan film. I can't remember the name, but it was Jason versus Michael. It was breathtakingly good. I thought I saw one floating around too. I can't remember the name of it. Toronto Freddy saying Jason has a lot of better films. Jason, I mean, Friday 13th, when you talk about the Trinity, the big three, Michael, Freddy, and Jason, I think Jason has the more consistently good movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I look at the first, 5 movies from each franchise, I easily would say Friday the 13th, had that consistency. And plus, those films are just fun. The characters in those films, more often than not, they just you can kind of connect with them. So I agree with that. Harley saying, well, the way I've always answered this age-old discussion, people don't realize that Jason has the same regenerated healing factor that Deadpool has. Myers lost 2 fingers. He's almost screwed. That's a good point. Austin. Okay, so you're a fan of the Creep movies. The second one is my favorite. I always find myself coming back to it. All right. You co-sign on it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking them out. They're on my watch list. So Mega Giants, what's up? Any updates on the Halloween Ends trailer? Nothing that's concrete as far as I know. And I don't pretend to have all the knowledge on those things, but obviously as a huge fan of the franchise and totally excited for it. I haven't heard any concrete things, but we're thinking that it could be in late April. That's what we're thinking. And that's kind of how 2018 and Kills, that was the path that they took, So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes out, and I'll be putting out some information if I hear about it. And I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers will as well. So Miss Carter saying there's always been a debate for me. That's always been a debate for me. I always thought Michael was some sort of entity in human form, so not really human. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that he's thought of or described, even if you go by Loomis. So it's tricky. But Jason, especially from part 6 on out, he's dead. He's a zombie. So how do you kill him? And with you guys, if you saw us with our watch party on last Sunday, we were watching Jason X, and they talked about it. You just can't kill him, So there's that. Let's see. Oh, Never Hike Alone 2 made its goal. That's awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I like those movies. I really do. Never Hike Alone was very good. Halloween Kills had a good box office considering it had dual release and was trashed and leaked before it even released. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I was really impressed that it did what it was able to do. So, hey, I think Ends is definitely going to do better. I'd be shocked. I will make a video just ranting about it if that happens, because I would be totally shocked if Ends does not do a hell of a lot better. That's true. James Bond came out. Yep. And Venom. Yep. That's true. So Harley saying, I'm just thankful Halloween Ends won't be focusing on COVID as subplot as I feared last month from the rumors I heard. Yeah, I heard all those rumors too. Personally speaking, I try not to pay attention too much to a lot of the rumors. Like, obviously there's some things that you hear and you go with it, but I try to not pay attention too much. So anyways, I don't know. I've kind of thought about that, if it's going to have any focus on it or at all, or maybe a mention. I don't know. I really don't. That one's Oof. Hopefully it won't. I will say that. My man Strange Monkey, what's up in the chat? What's up, man? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just chilling out. Got the coffee. You know what's up, man. I got the coffee, got the donuts. You know. Jen saying, I have not seen enough Jason to make an informed decision, but since Jason, the human, is already dead, I think he will win. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Den is a great found footage movie. Watch it if you have not seen it, everyone. I have not seen it, Keith, so I will have to put that on my list. Very cool. Carrie saying, morning is the time the mind just brainstorms. Night, you're in the crossfire. That's why you'll never catch up the chat. Too many thoughts. It's probably true. Probably true. Triv, what's up, Triv? How you doing? Nice to see you. Are you having a good morning? That's number one. I hope you are. But yeah, it's really great to see you. Monty saying, gotta go back to work, guys. Have fun. Thank you so much. Take it easy, Monty. Take it easy, man. Keith saying, Halloween has better films. Come on. Yeah. Well, see now, and that's a video, and I won't get too deep into that. And this is totally not a cop-out because, as you guys know, we went through our Halloween series, and we are nearing the finish line for Friday the 13th. And at the end of that, we will rank those movies. So once we do that, I'll just tease it. At some point, that question will be asked, and we will answer it. So that's something that hopefully we'll be doing soon, like a big question about the Trinity. Blucka saying the movie's called Michael versus Jason, Evil Emerges. All right. Haunted by Horror. I think Kills will make 250 million, maybe even, you mean ends, 250 million, maybe even close to 300. Yeah, it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me at all. It really wouldn't. Here we go. Here's the war. Blucka says Friday 13th is way more enjoyable than the Halloween franchise. Sean saying if we do Michael versus Jason, then it has to be pre-zombie Jason and no mark of Cain Michael. Oh, the Cult of Thorn. Yeah, man. Yeah. See, that's the problem though, is that Halloween has had some movies that were rough, man. Like Curse was rough, Resurrection was rough. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. But I will be answering that question at some point soon, as far as one versus the other and one franchise versus the other. Let's see. Freddie saying, I really only truly love Halloween 78 and Halloween 2. All right. Hot take. All right. Triv, Jason X for life. Jason X is fun. No, I'm going to tell you. It is fun, though. Steven, what's up? I need to watch the watch party before the review. Yeah, we had fun, man. It was some good commentary on Jason X. It's a fun movie. You know, it's truly fun. Blucka saying, I dislike Halloween, but even I can admit that Kills would have been way closer to 2018 than Scream 5. You mean money-wise, right? And I agree with you if that's what you mean. Absolutely. What's up, Bob? Bob's in the chat. Good morning. Hope all is well. Yeah. What's up? Beth's in the chat too. What's going on, Beth? How you doing? Hope you're having a good morning. We're just chilling like villains. Let's see. Miss Carter saying, I don't see how they can't end with a banger. People would be furious. I'm telling you, I think this ending, it's gotta be, you know, it's gotta be great. They know that. I mean, anytime you end a trilogy, you gotta stick the landing. And whether or not they use the Dreamcatcher theory or something similar to that, I think it's going to be an ending that is truly epic. You know, it's gotta be, guys. I'm believing. I believe I believe. Beth saying, Night, that never ending story post in Patreon made my day. Oh, that's great, Beth. I saw that and I was just like, man, I got to put this out, to you guys. And yeah, I mean, the 80s, movies like The Neverending Story just brings back memories. And I was hoping that it would bring you guys some good vibes too. So I'm glad that you guys saw that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Austin, Knight, would you be interested in playing a Scream game for console or PC like they made Friday 13th? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That Friday 13th game, jeez, man. I spent a lot of hours playing that. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That'd be cool if they did that for Scream. Very much so. That would be really cool. Keith saying, starting to hear Michael will not be in ends as much. James was not on set much. I think right around 16 days. I've heard that too. Miss Carter saying bye to Monty. I've heard that too, Keith. I don't know. We'll see. It would not surprise me if he's not in it as much, because we do know that this is supposed to be a more self-contained, intimate movie. That's the way that David Gordon Green, those are the words that he used. And that makes sense because, I think 2018 was setting up this new timeline, setting up Laurie, Allison, and Karen. Kills was Michael and the town, and the effect of evil on the town. And Michael was, man, he was showcased so much in that movie. So it makes sense to me that in Halloween Ends, they pull back a little bit on Michael, and hopefully he's doing a lot of the same shit he was doing in Halloween 78, like stalking and lurking and taking people out in really just really interesting ways. I think that would be the way to end it. Keith saying, my favorite Friday is part 6. 6 is awesome. It really is. I still play Friday 13th on the PS4. Yeah. Mega asking, Knight, what are your overall thoughts on Mickey from Scream 2? Oh man, Mickey was awesome. I think we did an episode. Yeah, we did do an episode where we were talking about the killers in Scream. Check that video out, guys. I mean, as you guys know, and if you don't know, I'll explain it. I've really tried to keep all my videos in certain playlists so it makes sense. So if you're looking for Friday the 13th content, it's in my Friday 13th playlist. Scream content is in my Scream playlist. And we did an episode with, I think we had Steven on from Craven Something Scary, and we talked about all the killers in the Scream franchise. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to tease that. It was a great episode, though. But Mickey was awesome. I mean, come on, it's Timothy Oliphant. You got to love him. He was very, very cool in that movie. One of my favorite Ghostface killers. So I'll just say that right off the bat. I wish we had seen more of him. That's one thing I will say, too. I wish we had seen more of him. But I understand, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and also trying to keep him more in the shadows. Yeah. Friday is a rare franchise where part 2 is better than the original. I could agree with that. Yeah. I can agree. Wow, Jen, you were up until 3:30 and now you have a headache. Yeah. Hopefully your headache isn't really bad right now. Carmine's in the chat. What's up? How you doing? Good morning. I know it's unpopular, but one of my favorite Fridays is part 7, The New Blood. That's not unpopular at all because I love part 7. When we did our episode on it, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. We had a blast talking about Friday part 7. I think Tina is a great final girl. Absolutely. I mean, I suppose I don't know. I think part 7 has really gained a lot of traction in the last several years as far as through the fan base. But that might be a question I'll ask people, what they think of 7 versus the other ones. Yeah. Freddie saying that Kills is a mess. I know there are a lot of people that feel that way. I know. But I still enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I saw it in the theater. Oh, man. It was cool seeing it on the big screen. I tolerate Michael, but Jason is my man, so therefore he wins. Just saying. I understand that, Miss Carter. Oh, here we go. I knew somebody would say it. In a fight of Jason versus Michael, Busta Rhymes obviously wins. You know what I have to say to that one?
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Good old Busta. Keith saying Kills is great. Blucka, yeah, money-wise. Yeah, so I agree with you. Yep, absolutely. Mega saying, Carrie, you have a new sub. I just subbed to you. That is awesome. Very cool. Carrie has a really good channel. Just starting her YouTube journey. And I see a lot of great things. A lot of great things coming. She's got some really cool deep dives. And I really enjoy her takes. Blucka. Scream 5 is a dumpster fire when you do inflation adjustments for 1 through 4. I got you. Beth saying, working on tweaking a 10 questions tag for the channel, all about your birth year. Should be fun. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Nice. Atreyu. It's a good movie, man. Freddie is not a fan of Halloween Kills, saying, how did they put out that dilapidated abomination when they had an extra year to polish it? Yeah, they tried to do something different. I think the fan base is totally divided on it. A lot of people not fans of it. Jen saying, until recently I was never into Halloween, and now I'm dying to know the significance of the radio tower. See, that's what I'm talking about, Jen. Welcome to the team. It's a good franchise. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's got some good movies in it. And the original, to me, is still a classic, bona fide classic. Austin saying, me too, Jen. I'm up in the air about it. I just want to see how they will end this particular narrative. Exactly. Shane O'Mac, what's up? Saying Michael's going to be gunned down by the cops. That's my idea. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, because that'd be so much like the end of 4. But who knows? That's the beauty of it, is that, we're thinking, we're theorizing, we're giving thoughts. Who knows? It could end that way, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that they're going to at least try to do something a little bit more exciting and something different than what we've seen in the franchise, because David Gordon Green is very aware of the franchise. So we'll see, though. We'll see. Freddie saying Jason's look in 7 is the best. He looks so fierce. Yeah. Yep. I agree. We totally were giving so much credit to the look of Jason in part 7 when we did that episode. Kane was on point. Buff Shaman in the chat. What's going on? Busta has a mean roundhouse. He does. Great to hear that the new blood is more well received than I thought. I think so. I think nowadays. I think so. I know it is by a lot of folks that are in my circle. Bluck, Halloween Kills, Scream 5, and TCM were all hot garbage. No, come on. No. I know a lot of people hate Resurrections and hate Busta in the movie, but that line makes up for anything else that didn't work. That's true. That was the best part of it. Miss Carter, Nighty wouldn't be alive without someone messing with you about Busta, right? Right. It's true. I don't know about that, Carrie. I don't know. It's like I said, anything's possible. Execution is everything. But I don't know. Maybe. Bluck, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when people say they're good. The movies, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Bob saying the thing that made me enjoy Halloween Kills was how they made it look like Michael was turning his kills into like twisted art. It kind of added to the character without him speaking. I agree, especially that kill where he was going through the knives. Man, that was as epic as, put it this way, that easily was one of the best sequences of a kill in the franchise. It's definitely up there. And he didn't have to grunt. He didn't have to be like overly aggressive and almost talking like in Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. No disrespect, but I've got issues with that movie. But the way they portray Michael in these new movies, he's just as intense, but he's not acting like an animal. To me, that's more scary. When you've got a guy that's coming after you, or he's stabbing, or he's killing, and you can tell that there's evil and intent in it, but he's not grunting and sweating and huffing and puffing, and you know what I mean? It shows that he's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this is just who he is. He's not having, a lot of outbursts and exertion, So that's just my little opinion on it. Chop them into little pieces. Maybe. Let's see. Miss Carter saying, do you like foreign horror? I don't think I've ever heard you talk about it. Yes, indeed. And like I've said, and a lot of you guys know this, but some of you guys don't. I mean, we literally have like 280 or so episodes on the channel, and I can guarantee that there's a lot that you guys may not have seen. And I get it, because when you go to a YouTube channel, especially when they have a lot of backlog, it's hard to sift through it. But that's why I do have the playlist. But we've done some Italian horror. We've actually done quite a few Italian horror episodes. We did Fulci's Gates of Hell trilogy, which we had a lot of fun on those episodes. We've done Tenebrae on Slasher Movie Club. We've done quite a few. So we did Suspiria, Argento's Suspiria. So there's quite a few that we've done. But I do like foreign horror. I really do. It's a different flavor. It's a different vibe. And we definitely plan to do more. I think the Exorcist trilogy coming up is going to bomb. Yeah. I could see that. I really could. And it's too bad. It's too bad. Let's see. Ooh, I gotta catch up. Beth saying, do you think we will see less films going to streaming alongside theatrical, since things seem to be moderating? Maybe. I think that's the way that it's looking like it's gonna go. I hope so. But it's hard to say. I mean, I think this whole pandemic thing has been so different. It's hard to gauge where things are going, but I hope so. The delay on this is over 2 minutes. Oh, trust me, man. There's a lot of comments in here, and I'm actually reading each and every comment that you guys are writing, and then figuring out which ones that I have to answer. So there will be a delay. So I'm going to say this again. I probably will not answer everyone's question. So that's just how it goes. But I'm going to try. I'm still saying I wish they continued the Jamie timeline, because the evil storyline from the end of part 4, that would have been interesting, but I don't know where they would have went with it, having a little girl, and that's why they abandoned it and when they went to 5. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Sean saying Bluck is critical franchise killer. Carrie saying, I think Sean Patrick Thomas was the best part of Halloween Resurrection. He was pretty good. He didn't get enough to do, though. Lamar's in the chat. What's up, Lamar? Good morning. How's everyone? Doing pretty good. Got the coffee, got the donuts. I gotta start eating my donuts, man. You guys are working hard. Power scalers and learn a little bit from what they do without letting their favorite characters always be the winner. In a Michael versus Jason, honestly, Jason has better feats. I could definitely agree with that. I mean, just the way that Jason has been portrayed, the way I go with it is just the way the characters have been portrayed, and I just don't see Jason losing to Michael. I just don't. Knight versus Buster, roundhouse kick. Who wins? I can definitely say my roundhouse kick is a lot better than his. There's no doubt about that. I've been doing those kicks since I was a little kid. But, Buster did what he had to do. Like I said, it was some fun stuff with him, but overall, the movie just didn't hit for me, Well, this is an interesting question. What were the games you played growing up? Were you guys into hide and go seek or manhunt, or was it all about sports? It was both. We played sports, hide and go seek, tag, a lot of running, man. Me and my brother, my cousins. I hung out with my cousins a lot as a kid, and we did a lot of running. It was always about running, because of course I could run faster than they could. So, but no. But we played sports too. We loved sports, man. My dad was so cool. He put up a basketball hoop in our backyard in the driveway. We played football. As I got older in my teens, I had a lot of friends that were into sports. So we were always playing sports. Matter of fact, one of my most favorite things to do when I go back home, me and my brother, my cousin, some of our friends, we still get together and shoot some hoops, and it's fun. Keith saying, good job as usual, Knight. Gotta train someone. All right. Peace out, Keith. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Toronto Freddy, yo, the Night Watch Zone almost at 2K. Nice. Thank you so much. Yes, we are. Hey, look, man, if anyone would have told me, especially after, we lost the first channel, that we'd be able to start over again from scratch, claw our way back up to even get to 1K. That was a huge moment. And now sitting on the doorstep of 2K, it's just awesome. And again, you guys are, the reason why it happens, because you guys support the channel, you support us, you support the community around us, other YouTubers, close friends of the channel. And everybody wins. That's the coolest thing about this community. So definitely thank you guys so much for that. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. It feels good to know when you put in hard work that you can get success. It's tough to do though, and there are a lot of people that deserve way more exposure than they have. So I'm just happy to be able to do what I do and enjoy it, and having some folks enjoy it. So thank you so much, Freddie. I appreciate that. Miss Carter saying, yeah, but I'm fairly new to your channel and I don't like you don't like searching? So wait a minute, Miss Carter. Wait a second. Listen, when you go to YouTube, if you have a movie in mind, right? This is another cool thing that I've definitely tried to do. I know some channels, some content creators don't do this, but let's say if you wanted to see if I did Suspiria, just put in the Night Watch Zone Suspiria review and it should come up. So that's one, and I know that's searching, and I'm saying I know you don't like to search, but we've had some really good episodes in the past. So I'm just saying, I'm not tooting my own horn, but we've had some really good ones in the past. But I get it. That's why I said earlier, that's why I try to do the playlist, because I know some folks don't like searching. So, I mean, even with some of my favorite YouTubers, I know there's tons of material that I've missed. The great thing is every once in a while I'll stumble upon some old episodes and I'm like, wow, this was really good. I'm glad I stumbled upon that, So Buff Shaman saying, I recently was able to get Shutter back on and watch the Ringu movies, which are far superior to the American releases, making me a fan rather than a critic. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. They are superior to the American versions. Very much so. Witness me. Fury Road. Fury Road. Austin saying, Night, your stream turned my morning around. Thank you for that, bro. Things are stressful, and this community is my escape. Laugh out loud. Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm so glad that it did that for you. That's part of the reason why I enjoy doing this, because hearing feedback like that, it just makes you realize that that you can hopefully bring some fun to people, especially if they're having stressful days or so forth. So thank you so much. I'm glad it's a positive thing for you. That's definitely one of my most important things that I want from this channel, is to have positive effect on people. So let's see. Beth saying, I'm going to find your brother some cool horror vinyl and send to him. He would love that. Hey, I'd love that too, Beth. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say that. I think what I want to get next, I've got to get, geez, I had a list of some stuff I want to get. Oh, now I'm blanking out, but there is some vinyl on my list that I want to get. I want to get Escape from New York on vinyl. That would be cool. And I know that the Prince of Darkness, I love that soundtrack. So there's some stuff on my list that I'm searching for. I know he's got some stuff on his list too, but yeah, man, that's the way to listen to it on vinyl. No doubt. No doubt at all. Austin, Knight, who is your all-time favorite killer? That's an easy one. I'm going with Jason. Coriander's in the chat. Are you ready for a refill yet? I'm only like halfway through. I should be drinking it more, but it's been a busy chat. Let's see. Beth saying, what martial arts do you train in? I'm currently working towards my high green in Taekwondo. My daughter just earned her second degree last fall. I remember you saying that, Beth. That is so cool. I remember having a lot of fun in Taekwondo in my early teens. But I train in Kung Fu and Tai Chi. And that's what I've been doing for the last 20. I'm just trying to think. 22 years. Wow. It's been a long time. But yeah, I love it. I mean, I love all martial arts. I really do. Carrie saying, Austin, this community is a blessing. It helped me through a tough time for sure. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. And you guys saying, hey to Miss Coriander. Blucka saying, oh, this is going to be good. I think my dislike for modern horror stems from the fact that most of these movies could probably be the start of their own generation's iconic horror villains instead of trying to modernize the past. That is a good point. Let me know what you guys think about that in the chat. That's a very good point. I definitely can agree with that. It would be nice to see some new horror villains. It really would. I don't know how we get to that point. I mean, obviously just slowly but surely. But I definitely agree. It'd be nice to see some new ones. But the past horror fans like us, especially of that generation growing up in the 80s and the 90s, we're just diehards, man, because that was a golden age. It really was a golden age. Freddie saying, did you ever find out what happened when the original was shut down? I didn't. I just dusted off and moved on. I mean, at the end of the day, and I've talked about this too, at the end of the day, it probably was a blessing. It was a tough blessing. But one of the first things that I talked about to Kill and to Coriander was, maybe we can do it better this time, which I think we have. You learn through doing YouTube. Some YouTubers are very talented, and maybe they're lucky, or maybe they've done a lot more prep beforehand. Some YouTubers, they're just at a high level, right off the bat. I think for us, there's been a lot of growing pains. Um, and to me, that's a good thing, because you learn from those things, which we have. But I think it was a blessing in disguise, and I think I wouldn't change it, because it helped me to see a lot of things differently. It also showed me in my community of friends who were, really diehard friends, and so forth. And that's not a knock to anyone, but it just shows you a lot. It showed a lot about myself. It showed a lot about, us on this channel, and the people surrounding us. So it worked out for the best. It worked out for the best. I wish Joe Grizzly ended up being the Busta of the Rob Zombie Halloweens. Ken Faree is always a good thing. I totally agree with that, and I love Joe Grizzly. I love Joe Grizzly. Buff Shaman saying, I knew you had a channel before, but this is the first time me hearing you lost the channel that I remember. What happened? If it's not too hard to talk about. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. There's been a lot of speculation that I've had, that close friends that are YouTubers have had. And I really don't know. But it is what it is. Like I said, we learned a lot from that experience. Not only, when I say that, I mean also about how we approach the channel, and the way I approach it, the way I choose how we do things, and you know, just what we do. So I think it was a good thing at the end of the day. On the old channel, I had this feeling that I would love to talk about things, but I think I was approaching it in a way that wasn't as logical, maybe. And I've been a lot more logical on this channel, and I think it makes more sense. So let's see. I'm still saying Chucky versus Leprechaun, who wins? Oh man. Well, you would think it would be Leprechaun. That's what I would think. And that's a quick answer. But I'm not sure. What do you think? And I love Chucky, but Miss Carter saying it's lazy. Okay, night. Oh yeah, not searching. Yeah. Blucka, there you go, Blucka. Blucka's always looking out. Just click on the Night Watch Zone channel, and there is a search bar that pops up above the playlist button that you can search his whole channel instead of YouTube as a whole. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are the best. You guys are like, my security guards. What's up, David? Have you reviewed Demons yet? No, I have not. That is on the list. Definitely on the list. Matter of fact, we were close to pulling the trigger on Demons maybe about 2 months ago. And for you guys to understand, I don't know. Well, I do know a few other YouTubers, the way that their methodology of what they review, but I can't speak for obviously all the other ones. But for me, part of it is, does it make sense? I want it to make sense, to some degree. Sometimes if I do one type of movie, I want to do a different type of movie the next time. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a series, like we're doing our Friday 13th series on Sunday, so we're just going through each one. But yeah, we almost did Demons, but we didn't pull the trigger on that. So Beth, on a computer, you can go to the channel landing page and click the little search icon and search by video on their channel only, which is nice. Thank you so much, Beth. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You know that. That's a great way to put it out there. You explained it better than I could. All I did was read your writing, so that was great. Austin saying, oh, wow. All right. Just joined your Patreon night. Glad to be aboard. Thank you so much, man. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is so awesome. As you might have heard earlier, Beth was just talking about some of the things that we've been doing on there as far as just community things, just talking to each other. Same thing for my channel members. I really want to be able to talk to you guys a little bit more intimately, give you guys some behind the scenes type of, looks on stuff. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And because you did that, Austin, something that we've been doing on the channel, and I want to keep it up, is we give you guys that moment. Baby, can you dig your man?
Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. Don't let go.
Yeah. All right. And if you guys know what movies those are from, then you are extra cool. Just saying, just saying. But thank you so much, Austin. Really appreciate that. Um, it I probably couldn't express how much that means. Really, seriously, I truly mean that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Buff Shaman saying, I miss the old YouTube search style. Now you get like 5 results related to your search, then a bunch more things you don't care about that YouTube is trying to force down your throat. That is true too. That is true too. The good news, and again, I'm only speaking for this channel, is we've been very fortunate, and again, so appreciative so appreciative of you guys supporting us, that we've gotten to the point with this channel where our videos rank a lot higher. So hopefully, if you do use the new, search, it will be easy to do. And if it's not, definitely get in touch with me. Let me know, because those are things I'd love to hear, and those are things that I can always bring up to YouTube. Because I mean, geez, you want people to be able to find what they want, and if it's difficult to do, that's not cool. So, Miss Carter, I'm lazy. Look what I went through to find your happy birthday to me review. Yeah. God. Carrie saying, my coffee tastes like almond joy. Had to get my coffee now because I didn't want to miss anything. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Blucka saying, I was mistaken. It's not above the playlist button. It's all the way to the right. It looks like a magnifying glass. There you go. Thanks for that correction. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Amstel's putting it out there, man. Critters or ghoulies? Jeez, man, I got to think about that, because I really enjoyed both of them when I was a kid. I was really young too when I saw them. I might lean to Critters. Ghoulies was good too, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I gotta watch those again. Haven't seen them in years. Carrie saying, Miss Carter is not lazy. You just want the content to come to you, and that's okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, wow. Bob, what's up? Very cool. Became a YouTube member. Oh, man. We appreciate that. That is so cool. Very, very cool. Man, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Although I thought you already were, but maybe YouTube has had some issues too lately with channel members joining and stuff like that. So you guys definitely keep me up to date on what's going on with that if you have any issues. We may never know for sure, but does anyone think that Brandon James is alive? Ooh, you're right. We may never know for sure. Oh, and Bob, just for the fun of it, we gotta play this for you too, man.
Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. Don't let go.
Yeah. All right. Beth saying, shoot me a list. Sacred Bones just dropped the Escape Collector's box with a 7-inch single. I know people like to collect those. Ooh. Yeah, I will. Hey, I will shoot a list. Because, and also, because I know you're in the know, Beth. Because if I can get some, some advice, on when to get stuff and so forth, that'd be great. Mega Giant saying, Knight, what are your overall thoughts on Chris and Carrie? Oh man, hey, First of all, Carrie is an amazing film. Absolutely love it. I loved Chris as a character. You know, I mean, all of those girls in that movie did a heck of a job. Obviously, Sissy Spacek being in the middle of all of it, but no, I definitely loved Chris and Carrie. Did you? I'm assuming you did too, Mega. Mm. Carrie saying, "Hey, hey, congrats, Bob, on the membership promote." Bluck, are you Bob Hunt or Ethan Hunt? That's too funny. Congrats, Bob, you the man. Mm. Yeah, Bob, I thought you had already had a membership, but let me know about that, Bob, because I want to make sure that YouTube is on point with stuff because I've heard some people saying that they've had some errors and issues, when they've done things like the memberships and so forth. So let me know. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Doom, 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 doom. Wow, you guys are working hard, man. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Mm-mm. Oh man, Amstel, Jean Claude or Steven Seagal. Listen, man, and I'm gonna get back into some of the martial arts stuff soon. So those questions will be answered a little bit more in depth. But I will say this: I enjoyed their movies, especially when I was growing up and I was a kid. Through the late '80s and through the '90s. Two different styles, obviously, of martial arts, and also two different types of martial arts action movies. So I'd have to really think about that. As a martial artist, I always kind of leaned more to Jean Claude because he was doing things that I was doing in martial arts. So I kind of, you know, um, related to him better. But Steven, with his Aikido, his style of Aikido is just brutal stuff. Um, so yeah, I'll leave that answer there. I know that's not a total answer, but I'll leave it there. David saying, "I love all the classic slasher icons, but they need to end." That's something that we're looking to maybe talk about too in a live stream coming up. When will the end happen? Um, for these icons, I don't know. I mean, I look at the 80s slasher icons like the icons of way back in the day, the Universal monsters, and look at how, those monsters, they continued for years, for decades after they were introduced. Look at Dracula. I mean, we're still getting, Dracula, content, the Wolfman, the Mummy, so I don't know. I really don't know. It's an interesting conversation to have, though. We need a female slasher. That would be really cool. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Mm-mm-mm. Buff Shaman saying, talking to Bluck, I agree with that analysis. Sometimes trying to recapture something just isn't possible, but using what came before as inspiration to create something new is where real art is born. Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree with that. Mega asking, do you prefer a whodunit slasher or a traditional slasher? I enjoy both. If you're asking me to pick one or the other, I think historically I've leaned towards traditional slashers more. But I like whodunit slashers too. The difference though is with whodunit slashers, they've got to be done well. And I think it's harder to pull those off because if the story doesn't work, if you don't connect to the characters, then you don't give a damn, as far as who that killer is. If you look at something like Scream, I mean, that is like the prototype. It was well done, it was well made. The characters were, you're able to connect to them. The reveal was great, obviously talking about the original. So yeah, yep. Rebecca Gayheart was great in Urban Legend. I agree, Gary. Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see. What if Michael quits killing and gets a job at the radio tower? He's just like, I've had enough of this shit. He's like, I want to work a 9 to 5. Oh, Austin, you're speaking my you're speaking my language, man. We should do a review of Doctor Sleep. There's good and bad to this. The good news is yes, we will review Doctor Sleep. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about. The bad news is that I did a review of that on the old channel, and it was fun. It was a fun discussion. I think it was just me and Kill were talking about it, but we definitely are going to. I guess what I'm saying too is that we still have a whole bunch of episodes we've got to redo. We've redone a lot of the episodes that we lost, but we still got a heck of a lot more. That's why a lot of times when people say, are you planning to do this or are you planning to do that? I say it's on a list because we literally have a list from right now all the way to the end of this year where we could go through that many episodes without redoing any. That's how many episodes that we have in mind, that I have in mind, and that I've talked to, especially with Coriander and Killian, and also other close YouTube friends. So, like I said, it's an exciting time, in my opinion, for this channel, as it is for this whole community of creators and friends. So, but Dr. Sleep is on that list. It is. No doubt about that. Chucky does magic and Lep is magic. Yeah. Yep. What's up, Denisha? Denisha's in the chat. Hey, good morning, everyone. Morning coffee. That's right. You know it. And I'm almost done my first cup. You're right, Miss Carter. The one-liners alone would definitely be worth the admission price. I get it. I agree. David saying that Demons is awesome. Got 1 and 2 on a Blu-ray double pack. I agree. They are both good. Yeah, coffee is a great way to start the day. What's up, Zoe? Zoe's in the chat. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I really am. Amstel, you remind me of the cool DJ from WKRP in Cincinnati. I remember that show. I used to love that show. Dr. Johnny Fever. Beth, I know Ed Harris always cracks me up in that scene. I love that scene. Yes, I agree, Freddie. Definitely rest in peace to William Hurt. Such a great actor. Absolutely. I saw Ed Harris in the second clip. Yeah. Yes, it was from Creep Show. It was. Miss Carter saying, dying to know where your "I'll be there" clip comes from. Oh, well, we told that story. It's interesting. It was from a slasher movie club episode for a movie called Too Scared to Scream, which was a really fun movie. I would definitely recommend it to you, Miss Carter, and anyone else that's a fan of 80s slashers. And that was a whodunit. And I thought it was really, really good. And that song, I'm not going to say anything else, but check out that movie. It was good. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with the Thunderbolts now that William's no longer with us. I really don't know. It was sad to hear that he passed away, and I enjoyed him in that role. He looked like he came right off of the comic book. He even sounded the way I used to hear him talk in my head when I would read the comics, Critters is better. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Critters too, man. Carrie saying, Knight, we need a What About Bob clip for Bob Hunt. I love Hey, Carrie, you're so funny, man. I love What About Bob. I don't know if you've heard that. I mean, we have talked about, that's a funny thing too, guys. We do talk about comedy. Obviously, you guys know I talk about action. I'm a martial artist and so forth, and sci-fi. But we've talked about some comedy stuff too, and I plan to do more of that. I hope that you guys are okay with that, because I love movies. You know, horror is my favorite genre. But I love so many other genres and so many great movies that are from comedies and so forth. But what about Bob? Hilarious. I love Bill Murray. Oh my gosh. And Richard Dreyfuss as the straight guy in that movie. It was just comedic gold. It really, really was. It was good stuff. Thank you. It was great. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Carrie saying, Night Bob was upgraded. Oh, okay. That's what it was. All right. Cool. Cool. I was hoping that there was no error because I was like, I know Bob was already in there. Okay. I upgraded. I think that's what it was. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for explaining that to me because I would have been like, what the heck is going on? But thank you again, Bob. I really appreciate that. And just because I love this so much and I appreciate what you're doing and all that good stuff, let's do this one more time, guys.
Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. Don't let go.
Gotta have fun, you know. Denisha saying, Nightwide Zone, love the morning brew vibe. Jason talk. Hey, I'm always ready to talk about Jason. You guys know that. You know that. And this Sunday, and you know, it's funny too. Carrie obviously does a lot of great promotion stuff. I still have to get better at that myself. And that again, just talking about how as a YouTuber you learn. But I will promote this. This Sunday we are going to be talking about Jason X, our review, and I'm thinking it's going to be a hell of a show because there's so much fun to be had in that movie. When we did our watch along last week, we had a blast. We had Killjoy Jake, my man Jake from the Lethal Collective was with us. We were laughing, and I'd almost forgotten how much fun that movie is. I hadn't seen it in like a year and a half. So we should have a lot of fun this Sunday for our Jason X review. So absolutely. And we're getting near the end, you know. Matthew's in the chat. Ed Harris is an amazing actor. He is. He's one of my favorites, man. He is. And also, I know Carrie said this earlier, but please don't forget to hit the like button. That would help support the channel, and we'd appreciate that. And once we're done, if you guys do remember, leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about our morning chats. Someone had said the other day, I don't know if it was Jen or Val or someone, but said good morning night. And I was like, God, that sounds so weird, but that could be a good title of this series. Buff Shaman saying, who's your favorite powered survivor in horror? Mine is Tina. Okay, from Friday 13th, part 7. Powered survivor. Wow. That is a good question. Let me think about that. I got my donut. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear me chewing. Tina is awesome, no doubt. But if we're talking about, gosh, that's a good one. Well, I am a fan. I'm not gonna lie, man. I am a fan of Lisa Wilcox as Alice in Nightmare on Elm Street. I really enjoyed her character and the fact that she was in 2 movies. And I was hoping she was gonna go even beyond that. I might lean with Alice. Don't get me wrong, I love Tina, but I might lean with Alice. Block is like Jean-Claude 100%. Right? I hear you. That's why I'm going too. I can listen to Jean-Claude get dust in the eyes and scream all day. Ah, yes. You know, and he talks about that type of stuff too, like his battle cries, his kias and stuff like that. As a kid, watching his movies, it would just pump you up, man, because he was just so. Everything he did was like at a max level, you know. Like you could feel his punches, you could feel his energy and stuff like that. So I totally enjoyed those movies, and I can't wait to get into those. But of course, Blucka, I'm going to be working on. Well, I won't say it, but you know what you requested, so that's going to be coming up. Hopefully, in the next week we can have, which I'm excited about because I haven't been able to do a review in that series for a while. So you definitely gave me the inspiration to jump into that. So hopefully you, as well as everyone else, enjoys it. Yeah, Nancy Allen is amazing to me. She can do no wrong. I absolutely love Nancy Allen. So I'm glad that you enjoyed Chris too. Miss Carter saying, it seems to me YouTube creators tend to copy each other and review the same movies over and over to the point of nausea, which is why I like Night Watch Zone. Y'all do your own thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's, I will say it's difficult because obviously when you're a movie channel, you're going to talk about movies, and chances are you're going to like a lot of the same movies, which a lot of, different channels, including this channel, do. What I've tried to do, and I think that was one of the things I was kind of alluding to. I didn't think it straight all the way through, but that was one thing when I started this new channel that I wanted to really try to push myself and be a little bit more unique. And even though sometimes, we might pick the same movies to kind of approach it as differently as I can, because I'm very aware, obviously, most YouTubers are, of everyone else's content. So I'm very aware, especially because I have a lot of YouTuber friends. Some that are very close to me, as some of you guys know, you guys who know who they are. So I always want to make sure that we try to do our own thing and kind of try to carve out, as unique a path as we can. I think we've been able to do that in a large degree. But there is going to be some bleeding over from channel to channel. So I don't, no one's going to be 100% unique, but I try to have, we definitely have our own flavor, that's for sure. So I appreciate that, Miss Carter. That truly means a lot to me because, like I said, there's so many channels that are movie channels. And I've always wanted to try to do my own thing and bring something hopefully a little bit different. So I really appreciate that. And that's also why I try not to limit myself to just one type of movie, because I'm truly a movie fan. I love so many different types of movies. And I have to thank my parents for that. As a little kid, whether it was action or gangster movies or martial arts movies or horror or sci-fi. I mean, my parents watched all of that. And so, especially for me and my brother Killian, that's what we watched and that's what we grew up on. And fortunately, as adults, we kept going down those paths. So thank you so much, Miss Carter. That was very sweet. I've known more than one people that knew both of Van Damme and Seagal. Both are people I would not want to meet. I've heard stories of that too. I've heard stories about that too. Although I think Van Damme in recent years has definitely kind of become a better person and seen the error of his ways when he was younger. So I definitely appreciate that, to try to better yourself and admit mistakes and so forth. I think that takes a lot of courage and maturity. From what I've seen and some of the things I've heard, whether or not that's true, I don't know because I've never met him. But if I had the chance to, I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to meet him. So, but yeah, he seems to be a much better person nowadays. What's up, Jacqueline? Good morning to you too. What is up? Betty Buckley played Carrie's mom. Morning, Jacqueline. You did so well last night during the stream. You guys are so cool with each other. Asking how everyone's feeling. Late night, that's what happens. Toronto Freddy saying, I'm tired of people saying Robert should do another Freddy. The guy is in his 70s, man. He hates wearing the makeup, and I doubt he has the physicality to carry an entire film. Yeah. I mean, I think we're at the point now where it's probably not going to happen. I think a lot of people, myself included, I'm not going to lie because I've said it too. Yeah, it would have been great to see him do it one more time. The one thing though is with a Freddy movie, he doesn't have to carry an entire film on his own if the script was good and you had good characters, just like in the original. You know, I can't remember how many minutes of screen time that Freddy had, but it wasn't a lot. And I know that was a different type of Freddy versus what he became when he became popular. But personally, if they did another Freddy, or when they will, because I know they will, I want to see it go back to the roots a little bit more, you know. But yeah, looks like it's about that time where, it's not going to happen for Robert. So it's a little sad. It's a little sad. Flanagan is the man. I agree with you, Freddie. I agree. Jen, I love this community, but you all make me feel so old. Age is just a number, Jen. That's exactly what my buddy Monty G said last night. And, it is. It truly is. Bob saying, am I the only one who would want to see Matthew Lillard try and play Freddy? He'd be crazy as Freddy. I would be up for that. I would be up for that. Because he's talented enough. Yeah. Carrie, 23 beautiful people in this chat right now. Do hit that like button when you get the chance. Let's show Knight some love. Thank you so much, Carrie. I appreciate that. You are an awesome security guard, Carrie. You really are. I really do appreciate it. Coffee puts you to sleep? Oh, I guess I could understand that. When people talk about being a kid when they saw Nightmare, I was in my late 20s. Oh, well, hey. But you also had some really good movies when you were a kid. The 70s had some great horror movies. We talked a lot about that in recent videos, too. Zach Ward would be a great replacement. I agree. Uh-oh, here we go. Matthew's asking, will the ancient druid curse appear in Halloween Ends? No, it will not. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I don't know if it will. I hope it doesn't. Again, I don't want them to try to explain Michael's power. If they want to allude to something, that's fine. But I don't want them to go the route that they did with Curse. I think that was the biggest issue with Curse of Michael Myers, So that's just, Freddie saying, what about Bob is hilarious. I agree. It's a good point. In Critters versus Ghoulies, you need to answer one question. How much camp do you want? Less camp equals Critters, more equals Ghoulies. That is true. Oh, yeah, Sam Elliott. You're right, Blucka. Sam Elliott was the man. Would you love to see a horror action comedy movie? Sure. Yeah, if it's done right. Yeah, if it's done right. Absolutely. David O, the Stand and Creep Show. That's right. Jen saying, I really want to be a guest on a live stream. Hey, we can make that happen. Jen, we can make that happen. And I know a lot of times, especially on our lethal streams, you obviously have a lot of great input. So you know what to do. Get in touch with me or any of the guys. And we can make some things happen. What's up, Sasha? What is up, man? Sexy Monkey himself in the chat saying hello. Hope you're doing well, Sasha. Zoe, favorite Eddie Murphy movie? I know it's non-horror related. Oh, wow. Oh, there's so many. Wow. That's so hard to say. I will say this. I mean, some of my favorites are like Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, he's had so many. I even love things like The Golden Child. There was a phase, a string of years where any movie that that came out, I was just a huge fan of, especially growing up. At school, we'd talk about his movies, so it's hard to pick one, man. I guess that for me, as a fan of his, it just shows how much I love a lot of his work, most of his work, you know. David, what's up? David Torres in the chat. Ed Harris just recently watched him in Cleaner with Samuel L. Jackson. I have not seen that. I'll have to check it out. Val saying Bill Murray is an amazing person. He lives in Charleston, South Carolina. I got to meet him when we went to River Dogs game. Nice. So kind. That is awesome. Let's see. Carry ASMR donut consumptions with Night. If I named that the stream, there'd be a bunch of people coming in just be like, what the hell's going on here? Night, when you did a live from your car, I thought you should have called it Night After Dark. That's a good one too. You guys are much more creative than me. It's true. Oh man. Carrie knows what's up. Alice is my girl. Yeah, she was a good character. She really was. And Lisa Wilcox is awesome. Is Kristen considered a power survivor? I liked her in Dream Warriors. Yes, absolutely. And I loved Kristen in Dream Warriors. The only thing that kind of, when I think of Kristen as a character, of course, you know, obviously Tuesday Night played her in The Dream Master. So it's kind of like, you know, not that I didn't enjoy Tuesday Night. She was good. But obviously I had a much stronger connection with Patricia Arquette because Dream Warriors was one of my favorite nightmare movies for forever, for a long time, you know. Am still Dream Warriors or Jason Lives. Oh man. That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go with Dream Warriors because I really think Dream Warriors it's almost a perfect movie for me. It really is. And when I saw that, it was at a time when me and my horror journey, it just took me to another level of fandom. It really did. But I absolutely love both movies. I really do. That would be a great video. But if I, you know, knee-jerk reaction, I'd say Dream Warriors. It's not an easy answer, but yeah. Bluck is saying, I know a few people in this channel that wanted to see you do it. To see do what? I know I'm behind, but Blucka, let me know. Let me know what you mean. Let's see. Carrie saying, oh my God, Val, we need to. I want to get my channel further a bit. And when I have more subs, we'll definitely do that because I love that movie. Jacqueline will be there and Jen too. Craven will too. Sounds like a party. Sounds like a party, but you'll get there, Carrie. It won't take that much longer for you. You will. And I'm still saying, who's pumped for Stranger Things 4? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Very excited. Sasha saying, I'm now feeling that I may in fact be too unique for YouTube myself. Too unique? What do you mean? Uniqueness is usually a great thing. You got to let me know what you mean, Sasha. Bulaka. Miss Carter has a good point because Fate and Jake are basically the same person on different days. Fate even straight up tells you he's a style jacker at the start of the video. Yeah, that was funny when they were messing with each other. What's up, Random? Yeah, I heard that too, Blucka. Michael Jai White, he definitely went off on Seagal. But in interviews, that is. Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. But what are you going to do? Love the Breakfast Club. Yeah, I do too, Jacqueline. Classic. I haven't seen it in a while, though. But I absolutely do love the Breakfast Club, no doubt about that. And of course, saying I'll be there, so you guys know what time it is. Let's do this thing. You guys know what the rest of it is. Thanks for that, Jacqueline. Seagal made an ass out of himself. Yeah, he's done a lot of that. Jacqueline saying, I still have yet to see season 3. Ooh, okay. You got to do some catching up. Block I carry, trying not to break my trying to break my thumbs here. I can only smash that thumb so hard, right? Freddie saying there's 18 people in the chat and 25 likes. That is awesome, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Let's see. Miss Carter saying, I'm 55, not ashamed to say. Probably the oldest in this chat, but all of you make me feel young. I feel like I'm hanging out with the cool kids. There you go. That's yeah. Horror, action, and comedy. Bones, anyone's? That's true. That's true. That's a good pick, Sasha. Hey, buddy. Just to give you a heads up, got a Taco Supreme talking back at me. So I'm going to be gone for a while. I love that scene, man. Ken Faree, man. All right, Jen. I'm Joe Grizzly. Golden Child did have some horror in it. It really did. Tuba Chat, what's up? How's it going? Thank you so much for the thumbs up and sharing it on Reddit. I really appreciate that. I really do. Very, very cool. Thank you so much. Dream Warriors is the GOAT. I cannot disagree with that. Buff Shaman saying Dream Warriors is my first horror movie. When I was 4 years old, I watched it from behind the couch while my mom and ex-stepdad had it on HBO. Yeah, it was a good movie. Night, they wanted to see you do what you tease. Okay, I got what you're talking about. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Absolutely. Carrie saying, Night, you're invited too. We were talking about the Breakfast Club watch party. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, if I can join that, I will. I love that movie. It's a classic. I miss movies like that, you know? I mean, I know I say that a lot about some of my favorite movies, but it's true. It's true. That's just a classic. Dream Warriors was the first Nightmare movie I ever saw. Sweet. Sweet. Sasha saying, I recently got Child's Play, Candyman on Corey's recommendation, and Silver Bullet on Trenchy's recommendation, all on Scream Factory. Haven't looked into any of them yet, though. Nice. Those are some classics, man. I think you're going to enjoy them. I know you'd like to always say that you're not a big horror fan, but you know, the cool thing about horror to me is that it can kind of ride the line of other genres, you know? And I think you're going to enjoy all 3 of those movies. I really do. David saying, Night, if you dedicate a Night Watch Zone episode to the Silence of the Lambs, I know a guy that would love to weigh in on the conversations. I know that guy too. And David, don't worry. And I'm being, and you know me, I'm being totally honest. I already got you in mind for that episode. You know how much I love that movie. I know how much you love that movie. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting, man. It's almost time to do it. But I absolutely love that movie. There's no doubt about that. But would definitely have you on. Because it's always good to have, you know, when folks have so much passion, you know, for a movie, or if they have, you know, a unique experience with it, it makes the conversation that much more enjoyable. So you're definitely on that list, David. No doubt about that. Block is saying, I wish the martial arts scene would get some life back into Tony Jaa. Was not what we needed or wanted. The flying knee can only be so entertaining. You mean in general with Tony Jaa? You gotta let me know what you mean. Because I love me some Tony Jaa, you know. I mean, obviously, oh, The Protector. Yeah, The Protector, man. I love that movie. Let me know, Blucka, if you mean in general with Tony Jaa or any specific movies. That's right, Austin. Preach it. Preach it. Let's see. Miss Carter saying, you are all awesome. Thanks for the confidence boost, gang. That's right. Absolutely. This is that type of community. I remember, when you were talking about Miss Carter, other, and I don't want to get any specifics, but other groups that, maybe didn't, I don't know how I want to word it. I'm tiptoeing, but you get what I'm saying. This is definitely a really cool community, and that's what we want. And especially friends of the channel, other content creators, the Lethal Collective, all my Venoms people. We're just all content creators that like to talk movies and have fun and just treat each other with respect. That's the way it should be, That's the way it should be. I cannot wait for the Black Phone either, Austin. For real. For real. Michael's in the chat. Sup, Night? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Just, chilling. Got the coffee, got the donuts, and talking to you guys. You guys have been having some good conversations and questions, so I'm having fun. And by the way, also, thank you to you guys. I made a couple of posts, community posts, especially channel members and so forth. I was talking about not that I was. There's more like frustration, but it comes along with the territory. But you guys are really, really cool and very supportive, and I appreciated that. I really do. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like I said, I think in general, Tony Jaa was mainly flying knees and 12-6 elbows. Yeah, well, there's some truth to that. I mean, but Tony Jaa also studied other styles. He studied Taekwondo and stuff like that too, depending on the movie you're talking about. And I've watched so many of his movies. But in general, I love Tony Jaa. And when he came on the scene, especially with Ong Bak, I actually had a student as a gift, as a birthday gift. He took me and I think it was like 3 or 4 other of my students to the movies to go see Ong Bak. And I was just blown away by this young guy named Tony Jaa. Obviously, that was a long time ago, but I like his energy. I like what he brought to martial arts movies, martial arts action. To be quite honest, I wish he would get back to some of that, but things change and he's trying to get further along in his career. But I enjoyed him. Yeah, I enjoyed him. Carrie saying, Blucka, The Protector wasn't that bad. The choreography was outstanding. That's right. Good for you, Carrie. You saw The Protector. That is awesome. Wow, that is awesome. Talking about some martial arts movies now. Zoe, we should collab sometime, Night. Absolutely love your videos. Thank you so much, man. I love your stuff too. I still got to do a lot of catching up, and I know that's true for everyone, all of my YouTuber friends. But yeah, we can figure something out. You know how to get in touch with me. Get in touch with me. We can figure out something because I love having guests on, as long as it works for them and works, for our schedule and stuff that we're planning. Yeah, absolutely. David, you're going to kill me, man, because I have not seen it yet. I've heard great things. It was just one of those movies that it wasn't playing at the right time. And David, I know you know this. I mean, my schedule is so wacky, especially working nights. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope to see it, but yeah, I'm leery about A24 movie hype. Yeah, sometimes the hype isn't real, but with this one, it looks like it was. Bob Shaman saying one of the best things in martial arts as a practitioner is when you get to the point where you click into an almost instinctive mode, hopefully in sparring, not a real fight, where you feel everything. It's so true. It is so true. I still remember the day when I really felt those types of connections in my kung fu class, and it was so crazy because it just happened. I wanted it to happen for so long. I would train and train and train, and it's funny because my sifu told me it probably would happen the way that it did. He said one day it'll just happen. It's not because you want it, but it's because it's right. It's supposed to happen naturally, and it's true. Like I just think in terms of martial arts, Tony Jaa offered the least variety in his moves. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Andrew, what's up? Are you excited and ready for Halloween ends? Man, I'm so ready. It's not even funny. Yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so excited to see how they're going to do this thing, man. And I think it's such a great time, not only as just a Halloween fan, but as I'm sorry, a horror fan. I got martial arts on the mind. As a horror fan, I think it's just such an exciting time, and Halloween is a big part of that. So I cannot wait. Michael saying he's excited. Yeah. Steven saying I remember Ong Bak 2 the most. Yeah, Ong Bak 2 is pretty good. Sasha saying, when I said I'm too unique, I mean I don't have the passion I once had for YouTube. I hear you. Yeah, and obviously Sasha and we know a lot of the same YouTubers, in our same group of friends. I think a lot of folks deal with that, phases, and sometimes they stay in that phase. So, but you might have that passion come back, or maybe, doing some other things that might bring that passion back for you, man. But either way, I'm glad that you're around and enjoying what you do. So who knows? I might get to that point too, and have to take a break. You never know. Michael saying, Night, will you watch Doctor Strange? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I cannot wait for Doctor Strange. It looks amazing. It really does. Sasha saying, Hammy said that. Look at the 47-minute point on my live stream from a few days ago, and you'll see someone that's very special to me. Point taken. I will. That's very cool. I know. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. If I had to bet money, I know who you're talking about. Movies and Beyond in the chat. What's going on? I think one of the best horror movies that I've recently watched was Train to Busan. Yeah, nice. That is a good one. Very good. And excellent, actually. Like I was saying, I'm not trying to knock on him, but you can definitely feel the martial arts scene isn't the same as it was with Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Donnie Yen. Oh, that's true. I mean, like I said, man, it was a golden age, I mean, Jackie had been doing things since the 70s, the late 70s, mid late 70s. But when, he kind of got promoted the right way in the West, and he was doing his movies, and Jet Li was doing his stuff, and obviously Donnie Yen. Yeah, it was some good times, man. Some good times. I haven't revealed this about me just yet, but I'm a sucker for underdog movies, especially sports related. That's why I love Rocky so much too. Awesome, Carrie. That's awesome. And yeah, Rocky will be coming soon. That's, telling you. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Rocky is one of my favorite franchises ever. Yeah, the Raid and the Raid 2, that definitely changed a lot. Yeah, great movies. What's up, True? What's up? Yeah, I do have martial arts on the brain. I really do. Bob Shaman saying, I'm really ready for Halloween ends. It feels time to lay it to rest, and the intent is to do so, not in a way where you don't like it anymore, but a good story that needs a good end before it goes bad. That's what they said. That's what they said. We'll see. Money talks, so we'll see. Saw Rambo 4 yesterday. It was very entertaining. Yeah, man. I really loved Rambo 4. I have not seen Moon Knight yet. I want to, but I just have not gotten around to it. Yeah, Doctor Strange, Sam Raimi. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be excellent. Bruce Lee is my favorite. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I also miss me some Chow Yun Fat. Yep, absolutely. Sasha, you heard the other day that Michael B. Jordan will be. Yes, he is directing Creed 3. Yep, I agree. And I think I'm excited about it. I hope the story is going to be good, though. I mean, but I'm happy to see him, stepping up to that role. The opening 10 to 15 minutes of Mortal Kombat 2021 was actually a step in the right direction for martial arts. Too bad the rest of the film was hot garbage. Yeah, they missed a mark with it. You talk about Jackie Chan, but he owes a lot of his success to two other people on his team. And one of them is Sammo Hung. He had a great TV show called Martial Law. Yeah, Martial Law was great. The three of them, the three brothers, it was Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yuen Biao, and they were friends since they were little kids, training together, in the Chinese opera schools and so forth. So they all kind of helped each other, and I love the movies in which all three of them are in. Some great martial arts movies. But yeah, I mean, he definitely owed a lot of success to people, you know. And in turns, Samo, got a lot of help from other folks too. So let's see. We already answered that about Jean-Claude. Let's see. Miss Carter was saying, I'm all for female killers, but do you think a female killer could work in a franchise? Example, female Michael or female Jason. If they did it the right way, it could. It's all about the execution. You know, if they did it the right way, it definitely could work. And I'm still saying, what's the most disappointing horror movie recently? Mine was Three from Hell. That's a good question. I'd have to think about that. Now, okay, I can answer it, but do you mean recently that has come out or recently that I've seen? But it also could be an older movie. Let me know, because if it can be an older movie, I could give a lot of examples. Because obviously, reviewing sometimes movies that I've never seen. MG Dawn of the Dead 78 or the remake, Slow or Fast Zombies. I go with the OG. The remake was awesome though. I love the remake. I think Zach did a hell of a job. And I think the slow versus fast debate, it depends, man, because with the slow zombies, it's almost like you're getting lulled into that horror, that terror. You know what I mean? Obviously, the fast zombies, you got to run away, and they're fast and they're more intense and so forth. But either way, zombies in general, and I've said this before on the channel, zombies, it's a numbers game. Ultimately, you're gonna lose. Eventually, you're gonna lose unless you can find a place that is secluded, that you can live, you know, for as long as you need to on your own and rebuild a society. And that's the thing with a lot of these zombie movies. You always see that there's a point where even the survivors, they're gonna get killed, So let's see. Blux and Jackie Chan actually had like a 3-hour tribute video to his team. Yeah, I mean, he definitely appreciates all the help that he's received. There's no doubt about that. I really love Jackie Chan. I've got an old classmate that actually met Jackie Chan, and God, I was so jealous. I was like, "Are you serious?" So yeah. Carrie, Jason has a sister. We don't talk about Jason Goes to Hell, but good one, Carrie. David saying, who is the martial artist in John Wick? A short Asian guy with a goatee and ponytail. That sounds stereotypical, but that's the only way I can describe him. Trying to think. Are you talking about Wick 3? If you're talking about Wick 3, they had the guys from the Raid movies, and they're both awesome. They really are. Dawn of the Dead remake. I love all of the actors in that. True enough. Okay, Blucka's got you. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Miss Carter saying, going back to my earlier DJ question and name suggestions for your show, Nighttime with the Venus Flytrap one. What? Oh, wow. That's a crazy name. Are you serious? Nighttime with the Venus Flytrap one. All right. Michael saying, Night, what video game you think should get a movie? The Last of Us. And I know they're going to be doing this show, which that'll be fun. But The Last of Us, man, whew, gosh, that game just tears you apart. The Fog or Halloween 3? The Fog. And I really enjoy Halloween 3. There was a time when I didn't, but I've changed my opinion on it, which I've talked about a lot, especially in our Halloween 3 episode. But The Fog, man, whew, you know? What's up, Jeffrey? Hello, group. Mm-mm. Drew saying, question for everyone. Where does Stallone as Rambo rank in your favorite action movie casting choices? That's a tough question to answer. I mean, because you're talking about all action movies and the casting choices. All I can tell you is that I think Stallone as Rambo, it was just a great choice, and I've enjoyed all of his performances in that role. And we went through all the Rambo movies, and a lot of times people don't give Stallone much credit for what he does, acting wise, and so forth. But I think he had a lot of great moments in those movies, especially in First Blood. I mean, that ending, that just tears you apart. Let's see. Blucka saying, scary movie or Scream? Come on. I'm not going to answer that. Miss Carter, Venus Flytrap from WKRP. You remind me of him with your style of doing things. Okay. I was wondering if that's what you meant. Let me pull that up again, the name that you said. All right. Nighttime with the Venus Flytrap. That's funny, Miss Carter. Let's see. Blucka was asking Bruce Lee or Master Ip. All right, well then that's difficult, because obviously Master Ip is the one that showed Bruce Lee, his kung fu, his Wing Chun. If you're talking about the movies, the way they're depicted, geez, that's tough too, man. I don't know. I mean, Bruce Lee is my favorite martial artist, so from a personal point of view, that's where I would go. In the movies, Donnie Yen has done a hell of a job as Ip Man. I mean, seriously, like some amazing performances. That's a good question, though. I like that one. Let's see. Jeffrey saying, same here, Night. I wasn't a big fan of Halloween 3 until the last few years. Yeah, it took me a while. When I saw it, I was a kid and I didn't understand. I just wanted to see some Michael Myers. But then when I got into my late teens and I gave it a chance and I saw what they were aiming for, I was like, wow, this is really, really good. I feel like the Rambo in the sequels is a different character from the Rambo in the first movie. Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Although I think he tried to get back to that original vibe in the last two Rambo films, in Rambo 4 and Last Blood. I think 2 and 3, it was the 80s, everything was bombastic. But I think he tried to get back to that original vibe in the last two movies, and I appreciated it. Stallone's remained pretty humble throughout the years. Have you seen him interacting with the paparazzi? He does it correctly. I agree. I think he is an icon, guys. Okay. I mean, that's my opinion, but he is literally an icon, and the things he's been able to do all these years, things that he's still doing. I absolutely love Sylvester Stallone. There's no doubt about that. Or maybe if that's too long a name, Venus Knights. Venus Knights. All right. I like that. Wing Chun is a great style for cinematic scenes. The hand techniques are brutal yet graceful. So, yeah, that's so true. So true. And I love the Ip Man movies. Speaking of Master Ip, Michael St. Knight, have you seen the movie The Blob? Oh yeah, yeah. We did a review on that. We did an episode on that. Maybe about now it's probably been about 2 months ago for our Monster Fridays. It was a really fun episode. I absolutely loved The Blob. If you're talking about the remake, I mean the original was good for what it was too, but we were talking about the '80s remake. So my dad hates the depiction of Vietnam vets and Rambo being one himself, and I have to agree. I can understand that too. Yeah, and I know a few vets too that have issue with it. Yeah, I agree with that. Mr. Boombastic. Yeah, his writing and directing is also very good. You know, he really is the whole package. He really is. The Fighter was a good movie. I agree with that. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really enjoyed it. I remember not liking Season of the Witch 2 when I was a kid, but I honestly thought Michael was going to be in it because the DVD cover art had Michael on it. Here in Norway, I like it now. Yep, I was so pissed off at that movie as a kid. I was like, where is Michael Myers? I didn't see him anywheres. But I've grown to love it for what it is. And it's got Tom Atkins in it. I mean, that's, come on. Tom Atkins is the man. Let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, Carrie, you should check out The Fighter. It's good. Yeah, the Blob remake, to me, is a classic. It really is. They did a heck of a job with it. And I'm still saying you're on a desert island with a VCR and 2 VHS movies. What are they? Oh, come on, man. I don't know. I can tell you this. Wow. One of them is probably a Rocky movie because I absolutely love Rocky. I don't know what the other would be. There's so many, There's so many. I'd have a tough time with that. What would your two be? Let me know because that's a tough one. Warrior is a good MMA film. It sure is, man. Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton. Wow. I can't wait to do that one. Such a great movie. I've seen that movie so many times. Really, really good. Yeah, and Boss was good in that. Sasha's saying, don't come at me, but I think I only know Tom Atkins from Lethal Weapon. Tom Atkins, oh man, he's just been in so many good things. Night of the Creeps, Escape from New York, Halloween 3. He even did TV stuff in his early career. He was on stuff like Kojak. He's just awesome. He was in The Fog, opposite Jamie Lee Curtis. And I know, obviously, those are a lot of horror movies, Sasha, but he's good. He's just one of those guys that I've always enjoyed watching. Absolutely. Matter of fact, just for Tom Atkins, let's do this other one here. Some more Randall Flagg for you guys.
Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man.
He's a righteous man. Let's see. Oh yeah, Gory B is in the chat. What's up, Gory? How you doing? I almost missed morning brew. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just sitting here, just talking to folks, having fun. Almost done this coffee. I ate my donuts. Had 3 of them. Carrie's saying, hope you're doing well too, Gory. We gotta talk at some point. See when we can get you back on at some point soon. Always a fun time. For me, it'd have to be Scream 96 and Jaws. I could rewatch both. Yeah, that's a good choice. Good choices. I could not disagree with that. Jaws is just one of those movies. It's a perfect movie. Let's see. And everyone's saying good morning to each other. You guys are awesome. Sasha saying, oh wait, he was in Escape from New York. That's my favorite Carpenter film. Yeah, He was. He was in the beginning. He didn't have a big role. He was, he did a lot. He had his biggest scenes in the beginning of the movie, um, when they had to stop those two prisoners from trying to escape New York, and they had to shoot them, kill them right there. Buff Shaman saying, "What was your reaction to Kane Hodder killing Ken Kirzinger? No offense to Ken, but I, like so many, love Kane as Jason most." Yeah, man. When we did Jason Takes Manhattan, that scene where he just throws Ken across the room, that's the thing that killed me too, man, because no pun intended. But when they did Freddy versus Jason, and Ronnie Yu, who directed it, who in my opinion, I mean, the movie had good things about it. We'll be talking about it soon, but supposedly he wanted someone other than Kane. Of course, he said the studio did, but there was conflicting things. But supposedly the reason that they got Ken is because he was, they wanted someone a lot taller than Robert, and obviously Kane is more stocky and built. But when you see that scene in Jason Takes Manhattan, Ken isn't that much taller than Kane Hodder, and I just think that Kane Hodder has that special physicality that he brought to Jason. I would have so much rather have seen Kane Hodder's Jason versus Robert's Freddy in Freddy versus Jason. So I think that was a missed opportunity, man. Everybody, I remember as a kid, just everybody was dying to see that Kane versus Robert, and they effed it up, man. They effed it up. Gory saying today is weird. We're having a snowstorm in April. What? Oh man, I'm sorry. Ooh, that sucks. Oh man. Hopefully it'll pass really soon. It's April, man. What's going on with that? Dang. Here's one for you too, Gory. That's too bad. Let me play this one for you.
Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man.
Yeah. Wow. Gory saying, for Freddy vs. Jason, they said that they wanted someone with kind eyes for Jason because they wanted to play up the sympathetic angle, for which I wasn't a fan of. Yeah, I heard that too, talking about the eyes. Look, man, I've said this before. The fact that they could even make that movie make any sense was a miracle, because they went through like 20 different drafts of the script. So in that sense, they had a victory, but they definitely had some missed opportunities. And trying to play the sympathetic angle, no. You just let fans pick who they want between the two. Let them both be at their best as their mythology is called for. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Steven saying, I've made peace with no Kane in Freddy vs. Jason. Gory saying, we went from spring to having a foot of snow, Gory? Wow. A foot? Oh my gosh. We also had some snow here in New York in April. Wow. It didn't stick. Some crazy stuff, man. Gory, holy balls, I got a righteous flag. Screw the snow. This is the best morning ever. I'm glad it put a smile on your face. That's awesome. Blucka saying, I like how every part of Jason deforms underwater, but his eyes, they have water warranty. It's true. It's so true. Jen saying 76 degrees in Albany. All right. Stew. I can't do that like Steven does. I have not made peace with no Kane in Freddy vs. Jason, right? Yeah, same thing here. Wow. We've been having snow and hail and rain nonstop in Ontario. Wow. Val saying, just got a call to tow a car. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of the day. Thanks, Val. We appreciate that. Hope you have a good day. Be careful. And thank you so much for hanging out. We're almost about done here. I'm going to be ending in another minute. But thank you for stopping by and always being so cool. All right. All right, guys. Well, it does look like it's about that time. But thank you so much for hanging out. You guys know the routine. If you could, please give the video a like if you haven't done that already. It helps support the channel. And also, leave a comment in the comment section. And here's what I'm going to ask. Let me know if you have, because I did have a couple of topics I was thinking of talking about, but we had so many great questions and conversations. But let me know if there is a topic that you'd like me to focus on for next Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Leave it in the comment section. And when we have our live stream next Thursday, I'm going to reference the comment section. If you guys have any topics that you want to talk about or any specific questions, and I'll try to answer those next Thursday, because obviously we still have some good conversation going on here, but unfortunately, I have to get ready to get going. Let's see. Corey saying Knight thinks he's going to be done in a minute, but I'm going to go back and watch the replay. Thanks, Corey. I appreciate it. Sasha saying, okay, I'm glad I caught at least some of this live stream. Bye for now. Thanks so much, Sasha. It was great to see you, man. And yeah, I've been, people have said that they like it. So on Thursday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is what I'm doing. Just hanging out and just talking to you guys specifically. No particular agenda, but just answering questions and having a conversation. So hope that you can join us again, man. Very good to see you. And I'm glad you're doing okay. Carrie saying, give our Knight some love. Click on the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Carrie. You rock. You rock. All right, guys. Let's see. I think I got one more here. Jen and CDT, not Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Thanks, Jen. Keep me on my toes. All right. All right, guys. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day or night, wherever you may be. And yeah, peace out. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Bye-bye.